significant to someone if I don't feel like I'm worthy when looking at everything I've done? I wanna know when I started this overthinking, believing the shit I tell myself, pulling away from everyone. I wanna know if this is really forever. Am I just defective or would I get better if I could let it go? And if a heart gets broken half, will I ever get it back? I wanna know, where did all the good things go that used to get me high when I needed them the most? I wanna know, is all I'll be a broken thing? Is it just me? I wanna know. Okay, am I flawed from the fabric or just got stained from the things that have happened? Spent enough time lost in the tragic to mask the pain. I might have lost all the passion and sick of the sad shit. Yeah, me too. I don't wanna take drugs just to feel like I used to. Never knew this was all it would take to be pushed out the way. Now I'm falling this way. Am I the only one lost? Am I the only one left that can help me? I'm falling apart. If there's a remedy left, can you tell me? Someone tell me. Where did all the good things go that used to get me high when I needed them the most? I wanna know, is all I'll be a broken thing? Is it just me? I wanna know. Why do good things wanna hide from me? Like I'm lost in the dark, all that I can see. Everybody just lies, but I need to know. Are the bad things left, all that I can hold? Why do all the good things wanna hide from me? Like I'm lost in the dark, all that I can see. Everybody just lies, but I need to know. Where did the good things go? Good things wanna hide from me. Lost in the dark, all that I can see. Everyone lies, but I need to know. Where did the good things go? Good things wanna hide from me. Lost in the dark, all that I can see. Everyone lies, but I need to know. Someone tell me now. Where did all the good things go? It used to get me high when I needed them the most. I wanna know, is all I'll be this broken piece? Is it just me? I wanna know, where did all the good things go that used to get me high when I needed them the most? I wanna know, is all I'll be a broken thing? Is it just me? Good things wanna hide from me. Lost in the dark, all that I can see. Everyone lies, but I need to know. Good things wanna hide from me. Lost in the dark, all that I can see. Everyone lies, but I need to know. Where did all the good things go? It doesn't hurt me. Do you wanna feel how it feels? Do you wanna know that it doesn't hurt me? You wanna hear about the deal that I'm making? Yeah, it's you and me, you and me, you and me. And if I only could, I'd make a deal with God, and I'd get him to swap our places. Be running up that road, running up that hill, running up that building. Say if I only could. wanna know that it doesn't hurt me? Do you wanna hear about the deal that I made with God? 'Cause if I only could, I'd make a deal with God, and I'd get him to swap our places. He's running up that road, running up that hill, running up that building. Say if I only could, I don't wanna say if I only could, don't wanna say it, no. Highs and lows are all I know. I don't wanna be a fucked up father. Therapy is good to me, but I still can't seem to fix my trauma. And now I'm terrified that you're just out there watching me when I can't breathe, and I need someone to break the panic, dodging me to fill the needs of somebody with a faithless damage. And I'm terrified that I'm on my own here, so I need you to let me know. 'Cause as far as I can tell, I can't save myself. I can't make friends with my emotions. All they do is leave me broken. So help, am I talking to myself? I need someone to hold me steady when my thoughts become too heavy. Someone to try to fix this mind of mine. Who the hell have I become? Counting hours in between my doses. A jaded man with shaky hands, holding on to what he can't let go of. And I'm terrified that I'm Holy Ghost dead. I just need you to show me that you're real. 'Cause as far as I can tell, I can't save myself. I can't make friends with my emotions. All they do is leave me broken. So help, am I talking to myself? I need someone to hold me steady, someone to fix this mind of mine, mind of mine, mind of mine. Yeah, a mind that left me on the floor and shaking, scared to death and suffocating. God, I think I'm running out of time to make it right and fix this mind of mine. Highs and lows are all I know. I don't wanna be a fucked up father. All these problems, all the time. What's it take to get a little peace of mind? Swing it sorrow till I got no fight. It's hard to keep believing, but I've gotta try. Is it too late to find myself again, to heal and make amends? Oh, 'cause I can't stay living like this, anxious till the end. Wanna feel like I can breathe, 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 breathe. When the weight of the world is coming down on me, wanna feel like I can breathe, 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 breathe. When the weight of the world is coming down on me, I wanna feel like I can
Good morning, chat. Sorry I'm late. I am pretty annoyed at one of the dogs right now. I was making my coffee earlier, and as I'm making my coffee, the small dog, Baxter, decides he's gonna throw up, which is fine, you know, whatever. You gotta throw up, you gotta throw up. But this motherfucker throws up on like one of the only spots of carpet in our downstairs area. He has like 1,000 square feet of hardwood floor that he could throw up on. And he decides to go straight to the carpet. Throws up on the carpet. I go upstairs to get the carpet cleaner. We're out of carpet cleaning fluid, so I have to clean it by hand. I start cleaning it by hand. Homie decides he's gonna throw up again. This time, he goes across the room, across the whole room, to the only other spot where we have other carpet downstairs, and threw up there. So I had to clean 2 different spots by hand without the carpet cleaner because homeboy could not just throw up on the hardwood floor. I'm so annoyed at this dog. If anyone wants a small dog, he's free to, not even free to a good home. He's free to any home. God. So that's the start to my Wednesday chat. All right. All right. John said, I love TypeScript for this. Generator string yield wrap effect may be ID or undefined. That's a weird type. Long URL string or null or undefined. Short URL string or null or undefined. Unknown exception, never. Number, any. Is not assignable to parameter of type. Resume adapter. Generator, yield wrap, effect, any. Number, never. John, I don't know what's not clear about that. Come on, man, get it together. That's crystal clear. I don't know why anyone ever has anything bad to say about TypeScript's type system. Honestly, I think, like Gleeman O'Campbell should take some notes. I'm not feeling spicy today, chat. Is this gonna log to chat? Oh, Mike, I don't know if you missed it or not, but I don't know if you heard the deal with the dogs this morning. But if you're looking for a small dog, there's one free for the taking from this household. I'm making my coffee. I'll recap the story here quick. I'm making my coffee about 20 minutes ago now. You know, I'm a little late to streaming this morning. And making my coffee, and small dog decides he's going to throw up. Yeah, exactly. Thank you, Alkis. Small dog decides he's going to throw up, which, you know, normally, you know, if you're going to, you know, dogs get sick. It's whatever. It's part of owning dogs. But this homeboy, my downstairs is like all hardwood floor, except for like 2 spots. Where our kitchen table is, there's a carpet, and where our living room couch is, there's a carpet. But like my downstairs area is like pretty large. It's probably like, I don't know, like 1,100 square feet downstairs of like basically all hardwood floor. This dog chooses to go straight over to the corner behind the dining room table at one of the only spots with carpet and throws up there. I'm annoyed. I go to clean it up. I go to get the carpet cleaner. The carpet cleaner is out of carpet cleaning fluid, so I have to clean it by hand. Makes me more annoyed. And as I'm cleaning the carpet by hand, he goes across the room to the only other spot with carpet and throws up again there. So that was the start to my morning. Everything's fine. I'm not taking it out on TypeScript. Okay, so where we left off yesterday morning. I need to compose myself. Maybe your dog's seen your screen. Okay. So we should be able to do this. My token might have expired. We gotta wire up the refreshing token this morning and get a refresh token. So I don't have to keep getting new tokens, because I'm guessing this one is probably expired at this point. Maybe not. I just got that. That worked. Oh yeah, we had to figure out why this process is never yielding or never ending. Let's figure that out quick. So run promise, twitch.live. Let's go look at our Twitch live layer. This starts oh yeah, we wanted to try to do a scope here to see if that would help. So let's do, what is the effect.acquire release. And this will be that, and then that. And in here, this needs to return an effect. So we'll say return effect.succeed. I think this probably returns void. Yeah, it does. So let's come up here, do that, and then we'll return our chat client. In fact, we don't even need to return. We can just return void here. Well, does that count as a success? Let me look at the type definition on this again. If we come in here and say succeed, and we say foobar, I should get foobar here, right? I forget how this works. It takes an A, an exit, returns okay, that makes sense. Acquire, I did this somewhere else. Acquire, release. Oh, it just straight up, it doesn't take a callback. That's why. Okay. Can it take a callback though? It should be able to take a callback. It would have to be immediately invoked though. Yeah. So let's come in here and we can do this, and we'll say effect.succeed. Can I pass a function to this? An effect is already lazy, use sync. And we'll do that, and we'll say chat client dot connect. Let's pull up that other one and see how I did this on the other client. And we get that. I could do the comma operator. That should be void. Yeah, okay. And then on here, we can do chat client dot quit. And that probably needs to be effect.sync too. There we go. So let's see if that ends up letting us. Okay, that instantly ended the server. So let's come in here and say console.log connect, yoink yoink, come down here, paste that. This will be quit. Oh, I have this in the wrong layer, possibly. Although it should be fine in here. One of these needs a, oh right, this needs to be layer.scoped. Scoped. Okay, so it's still hanging on. Why did that not quit my client? So I think this chat client isn't. Failed to join configured channel. How did, okay, so this returns a promise. What does this say it's gonna return? Chat client say. Does this return a, this doesn't return a promise. That's void. It has to be connected, right? Because we're seeing the message come through. Okay, so that's a property. What a weird API. So this is a weird API from Twerple. Let's see here. Let's do a /n, and then we'll do plus JSON.stringify event null 2. Yeah, I don't care. At TS expect. And we'll do something similar here. Right, we'll yoink that event, throw that in there. We'll take this, yoink it there, paste that there. Of course, I got that wrong. That closes that, that closes that. That seems fine. No. Where did I miss one? That closes that, that closes that, that closes that. Am I missing one? Good. It's going, Federico. You missed some events earlier. Oh, there we go. And let's add one more event listener, and it's gonna be like on quit, on disconnect. All right, now we should get some feedback from the event system. How am I liking Effect? I am liking Effect a lot. I think if I had to offer some critical feedback to the Effect team, it would be that the docs need a lot of love, specifically the API docs. I think their website docs are really, really good for what they have documented. The API docs are difficult to search and navigate and parse if there's not examples. Even as somebody who has a good bit of, yeah, I would say like the generated API docs, even coming from a background of functional programming, I mean, I can get by, but it takes me time, and that I think is going to be a harder sell to the rest of my team. Why can't I get to affect that website? But also, like, I'm empathetic to the team because I understand the magnitude of what they've built and the quality of what they've built. So docs will come with time. But that would be my one piece of critical feedback, is that the API docs need some love. Why can't I get to the API docs? API reference. Like, there's just a lot. And I think some of the criticism around all of the modules being exposed at the top level is also fair. Which I think that can be good and bad. I think once there's better JS doc examples, it'll be better. Because I do like APIs where everything is findable at the top level, but right now it's overwhelming from the LSP when it gives you all this stuff. And then when you hover dock it, you just get like very kind of, verbose TypeScript types, and not all of these have examples with them in the JS docs. So you have to sit and really think about what the TypeScript type is trying to tell you, which is fine. But yeah, navigating some of this is hard. Let's see if I can just like jump into our random example. Like, even in here, let's see if I can just go to like, I don't know, locally scoped with. Like, just getting this in the hover docs when I'm typing effect. Like, I don't know what to make of this. I don't really know how to use it. I don't know where to go find any other information on this. So yeah, I just think docs and discovery with good examples is the place where the most impact can be made. But otherwise, like I really, 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 really like what Effect is doing, especially around the concurrency story. And I think the layer abstraction is really clever and really, really effective. And being able to do like the scope abstraction is just chef's kiss. Um, but yeah, like I don't remember if I was telling if you were in stream or not, Mike, but like I think that Louis and the Gleam team just absolutely knocked their docs out of the park. Um, so Gleam, for anyone that doesn't know, I've been doing a bunch of Gleam on stream. Gleam is a new functional programming language that's like a sister language to Elixir that's typed with like basically OCaml's type system. And it's been a lot of people's first exposure to functional programming. And I think that the docs, like let's just look at the result type. Like these docs on teaching how to use the result type and the types in here, it's like having stuff like this is beautiful, and having like actual good names in the JS docs rather than like single variable things in the types. I think that could go a long way to making the effect docs a little bit more friendly. Yeah, my I would love to see the effect docs move in a direction like this to make functional programming concepts, or like you don't even have to know that Gleam this stuff is like related to functional programming, right? Like you can read through this and just like, oh, this is a normal programming language. I feel like I'm reading like the Golang docs, which I think it like the distilling it down like that and like kind of hiding the fact, which I think Effect as a library and framework and system does an amazing job at obscuring, maybe not obscuring, but it is a practical application of functional programming for TypeScript in the same way that Gleam is a practical application of functional programming. And I think they can learn a lot from each other. But kudos to Mike and the team because I think they're crushing it. And I am aware that, 3.0 just came out and they've done a ton of awesome, amazing work. So shout out to the Effect team. Okay, so that's interesting, right? Is connected. Do we see that log? Yeah, that makes sense that logged way up there. Let's do a second line here, just to make this a little bit easier to read. So we get connected. We don't even need this one, right? We can do that one. It's fine. So we say connect. I don't even know where I put that here at. Okay, this is going to be send message. Make that a little bit more clear. Connect, send message. So we call send message before we're connected. Okay. Found the problem, I think. Yep, exactly, Mike. So we want to we probably want to. Would we want to wait? Let's think about how we want to do this. Effect, resume. Okay. You can use and then call resume from the event. So would I do that up here? So we get a continuation, and then on here we would just call resume. Is chat client. So I can do effect.void. Oh, not an arrow function. Or not a function body. Comma. There we go. So, what's up, Ethan? We're doing all right. So we never saw join. We can delete this code. Then we can get rid of this. So we can get rid of that, and then we can do that, and then we can get rid of that. I wonder if I could come out here and do this, if that would help. Do I have to come out here and be like, do I also have to do an effect async in here? Like effect async resume, and in here we do this, and then we say resume effect.void. We want to wait for quit. Would this effectively make me wait for... In fact, this probably doesn't even need to be a function. Right? I guess it must be. Mm. Ah, I see what you're saying. I see what you're saying. Chat client on disconnect. Or is there an on quit? I wonder. No. On disconnect. And we'll do the same thing. Whoa, what is that symbol? And then here we'll say yoink. This will be disconnected. I wonder if we have to register it first and then do it. Something like this. Quit disconnected. What is still living? I think this is just a shitty Twitch client. Is there anything in the docs about this? Connecting to chat. You create a chat client instance by passing an authentication provider to it. It should be linked to the bot user you intend to use. You can also pass blah, 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 blah. Connect. Great. Don't make me dive into the source code. All right, what are his logger options? Let's see here. Where do you have the logger options type? Why would you not link to that? Can I Command K? I can't Command K, of course. That would be too convenient. Yeah, we are listening to Low Spirit. No. So the only thing I'm doing, so the main, here, let me side by side this, if I could type. The index is right here. So we just say Twitch service, and then we send message. And maybe I don't need to do that. Like, is that keeping it alive? Let's see if we can narrow it down, right? Let's just bring in the Twitch chat client. And this will just be say. And this will be DM Mulroy. Right? This is going to be a promise. Yeah, so we can say effect dot try promise. And that needs a thunk. Why is this upset? So we run that. Let's see if this. Oh, we need to await that. Return effect dot void. Okay, so it's definitely the Twitch chat client. Yeah, that's a good idea. Frick. That means I'd have to compile TypeScript. Let's just see if it happens with TS node. Of course. Yes, no. I don't even know what I use now. I'm just yeeting random binaries right now. Does Bun have a build thing? That would be awesome. Let's see. Test, run, install, add, update, PM build. Oh my god. That's awesome. No matching export in no crypto for random bytes. How do I know? Wait. Bun is basically an amalgamation of your ex-girlfriend's best qualities into a single partner. That's hilarious. Hold on, let's go look at the bun docs quick, because I would like to understand what this is doing, because I wasn't aware that there was a bun build command. Bun build. Okay, let's just, we can do that. Do we really think this is bun, though? I guess we should rule it out, right? Bun build. I think I probably have to do like a dash dash, like include node or something. If this is like, does this have node on here? Target node, yeah. When Bun first came out, I wrote a Bun build-in to run OCaml files from Bun. Bun build source / index. Then we'll say outer is going to be ./out, and we'll say target. How did we do target before? Target node. Is it just target? Yeah, node. There we go. It's going to out, and we should be able to run node nix run nix, what is it? Nix packages node index.js. It's Node.js, right? Sure. Oh, this is going to take a hot minute to build. Maybe. Maybe I already have it cached. Hello from Effect. Okay, so it's not Bun. So we ruled out Bun. God, we're just gonna have to go look at. I'll go look at the source code. This is what I get for using a third-party package. Chat, source. Do you have anything in this doc? No. Source, chat client. Let's just find connect. Actually, let's go to disconnect. One disconnect, whatever. No, we want quit is the name. This.irc quit abruptly. Okay. So new IRC client. Where do you come from? You come from up here. So let's go to the IRC client. Wait, we have to go look at where that came from. IRC v3, great. Search Google for IRC v3. Oh God. So that's probably just a node connection object, right? Connection, of course. We're going to use his connection package. All right, let's actually... Dude, I'm stoked that I found out that Bun has a build. Okay, so it's definitely this connect thing. Yeah. I'll push this. And then we're calling quit over here on this acquire release. And we're calling resume. So this is in the live layer. So if we go back, let me actually change this to what we had before. Because this is closer to what it should be right here. And I'll just do a git commit dash. All right, the repo will be here. So here's the repo. And we call quit in the live layer for the Twitch service. So we call connect. In fact, we can just move connect into like here, right? Connected, some message, quit, disconnected. It says it's disconnected, right? That's the confusing part, is that we get here, we get disconnected. Like if we never call this, I would expect to never see that. I mean, maybe this is in the Twitch docs. It's going to be under the IRC docs. I wonder if Twerple has an event sub client rather than chat. Okay, so we have an event sub. Maybe that would be the better option because event sub is way more. But that doesn't let me send a message, which we could just use the API. Maybe we just use the API rather than whatever this IRC client is doing under the covers. Okay, I'm getting an idea. What is this, like a one-shot for internal use? No, okay. This is probably what we want to do instead. Forget about IRC stuff. So let's just make another, let me do something here quick. TS update sync. Wow, that was excellent. Okay, I'm gonna quit out of Vim quick, give that a chance to. We're gonna try to use the Twitch API rather than this chat client thing because I haven't worked with the IRC client explicitly before, so we're just gonna do Twitch API client, and we're just gonna use HTTP calls, and then we don't have to worry about any of this. So let's bang this out quick. Let's say this is probably going to be API client. I probably have to install that, right? So I'll do bun add at Twerple / API. Let's guess. Okay. Perfect. And this will be, the first one is class Twitch API client extends that, and the first one will be itself, and then what we return, which will be API client, and then we do the boom, 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 and here we can say, I have that backwards. We'll come in here and we'll say static live equals a layer dot effect. Then we'll say Twitch auth provider, and that will give us our auth provider. And then we come in here and we say that, and we can say the API client is like hanging on to, or the IRC client, Ryan, the problem I'm having is it's the process is hanging on to something after I disconnect from it. In the node implementation, to be clear. I think this is a node problem rather than like a Twitch problem or something. I think whatever IRC client this thing's using under the covers, I mean, we could test that really easily too, right? I have an idea that we could just run a plain Jane script and test that, but let me get this working quick, and then I want to get around to playing with the other stuff anyway, so I'm not really going to care that much. We'll say return new API client, and this is just going to take an auth provider probably. Yeah. Okay. Why? What did I do wrong here? Oh, I have to... Why does that have any? Oh, I need to do effect.map. Right. I just did this wrong. This is this. And then we say effect.map. We get that. And we got to drop down here, do that. There we go. And then we provide the live layer. We say pipe. And we say we want to give layer.provide. And we want to provide the Twitch auth provider.live implementation. Static auth provider. Oh, I like that I did that yesterday. That was a good idea. Good job, me. So then we can come down here to our Twitch service, and rather than, it's actually, where's the live layer? This one here. We'll replace this with API client, and then this will be API client. Yield Twitch API client. And we can get rid of this stuff for now, and we'll just get rid of that because I don't think we need to scope anything. And then down here we can say API client, and we'll do dot chat dot send message, send chat message. Okay, broadcaster is a user ID resolvable, which will be config dot broadcaster ID. And then what is the next one? It's the message. Hello chat from EffectTS. And then this is probably just the params. Let's see what we have on here. Reply parent message ID. We don't need that. In fact, we can just change that to that, and that would be message. There we go. That was way easier. That worked so much better. I don't know if anyone from the Effect team's still here. Mike, if you're in here, I have a to-do on my to-do list to do this. But it would be really cool if, like, in development mode, or if you ran effect in development mode and context.tag was called with the same value twice, it emitted a warning. I think that would be really cool. Because I had a bug yesterday. Hey, can you feed the dogs? Yeah, I'll feed the dogs. Yeah, I'll feed the dogs. Baxter threw up. If you, on your way home, Justine, can get more carpet cleaning fluid from like Target or something. Baxter threw up on the carpet at 2 different spots. And I had to clean it. I only was able to clean it with paper towels and like the little scrubby thing. Let me set a reminder to feed them. Hey Siri, set a timer for 40 minutes to feed the dogs.
40-minute feed the dogs timer, starting now.
Thank you. We have a green machine. Even in prod, that would be a good idea. Yeah. I don't know what the overhead of that would be, but yeah, that would be really useful because I ran into a bug yesterday where I had copy and pasted and I forgot to change the string, and I was like the type system was telling me that like obviously I was using a Twitch chat client, but was actually the pub sub client because I overrode the tag. And I was just like, what is happening right now? But we ended up figuring it out. All right, so we are at a spot where we can do all the things we need to do with Twitch. I'm not going to worry about the refreshing auth provider right now because our token feels like it's fine. Let's go get rid of that console.log. We don't need that anymore. I don't think we even need to await this anymore. Right, this should be fine. Yeah, great. That looks good. This all looks good. So now we need to register on the pub sub client. The pub sub client might not even be the right thing to do this at, but we need to listen for redemption events. Const pub sub client. We're about to get in the zone here, chat. Let's see here. We're probably gonna have to put this in. Okay, on redemption. Let's just say the user the event will be subscribed for. I doubt this is going to be for my channel, but let's just do this real quick. And then bun run. This is probably still going to end immediately. Oh. Is this still getting our... Yep. We need to change this to our static auth provider. Oh my god, that's such... I love the layer abstraction. I love it. It's so good. Justine, we're out of the cleaning fluid. I'll use the green machine once we have the cleaning fluid to do it, if you pick it up on the way home. Like, it's weird to get... I still don't love that I'm naming things like I would in Java or, like, Nest.js with, like, the I. But I can live with this. Like, figuring out how I like writing tags and layers took a minute, but I'm pretty satisfied with these patterns. Yeah, yeah. Yeah. I can live with it because of the value it buys me. I think somebody tweeted yesterday that, like, Effect could be a completely OOP library and they'd still use it because of the value it brings. That resonates with me. The green machine, let me see if I can find it. It's really nice and convenient. Green machine, carpet cleaner. We have like an expensive carpet cleaner, and then we have this thing, and this thing is incredible. Like, we have like a $200, $300 carpet cleaner, because the last house we rented used to have like a ton of carpet, and the dogs would get muddy coming inside from our backyard. And then we got this for this house, and we still have the really expensive carpet cleaner, and we just use this thing. It is like a tank, and it's so much easier to use. Can I like get to Amazon, please? We call it Spotbot. Yeah, I highly recommend this thing. It is it's very good at what it does, and I wouldn't even... Well, they're the same price. I don't know what the pet version buys you, but the little green does the job. Very impressed with that company. Oh yeah, so that should be better now because we updated the... Right, it should be running into perpetuity. Let's just redeem something. Redeem third. I didn't get any sort of log there. I wonder if we have to call connect. This might be a thing where I just drop into using event sub directly rather than whatever this pub sub abstraction is. Twerple. That's not twerple. That's not what we need. Twerple. We need to go to reference pub sub. Pub sub client. Where's the constructor? Well, let's try, rather than this, real quick, let's try doing config.broadcasterID. Try that. Okay, I can't redeem that. Okay, so we got the redemption there. We just needed the, cool. Check that out, chat. We've got redemptions coming through. Actually, can somebody try redeeming something? And see if it's only listing to me redeeming or my channel redeeming. Okay, so we're getting everything. Awesome. So they're overriding the toString. So we're gonna get a redemption in here, and let's bring this over here, and we'll say redemption. What does this have on it? Reward ID. We have reward. Okay, we're about to get in the zone here, chat. I know in here that actually, if we go in here, I know I have the reward ID in here. Where's it at? Civil's reward redemptions, keyboard, yeah. Oh, we have to make a new one. Right. So let's make a new reward, and it's going to be request song. So viewer rewards, God, Twitch. Manage rewards and challenges. How do I make a new one in here? Add new custom reward. Request Spotify song. Yeah. And request a Spotify song to be queued up and played on stream. We're just gonna say this is gonna be 2000 to start. Sure, we'll worry about the icons later. We don't need. Great. And then if we go and snoop the network, when we go and look at edit, where is that? Request Spotify song. We edit there. I forgot. There it is. grab that guy. Yep, cool. All right, so there's the request ID. That's how we do that, the easy way. And we can go back to here and we'll say, let's just make it constants here for now. Constant or song request reward ID. Is that what it was? Paste that in there. We'll come back over here, yanking word, and we'll say if redemption dot reward ID equals song request reward ID. We can just even do something like we could even do something like this, right? It could be like in fact, we can make this async, right? And then in here we can say await chat client, and we'll say get rid of that. In here we'll say let's get ourselves some string interpolation, and we'll say redemption. In fact, we should say at redemption dot username redeemed, and then we should, if we're feeling lucky, this should be the name, reward cost title, yeah. All right. Let's restart that. Can somebody redeem a point for us and see if this works? Wait, is the new reward on? New reward should not be on a cooldown. Effect sounds good, but adds too much noise to the code. Have you ever seen code that has to add exponential backoffs, not just throwing promises into the void? Like it's just as much noise. Oh, I'm sorry, chat. I should have made that free to redeem right now. Does anyone know how I can I didn't mean for you guys to spend your points on that. I'm sorry. Does anyone know how I can redeem points to people? Refund? Can I refund? Is that an option? Points. Man, there's like a lot of commands in Twitch's thing. Oh, sick. I had no idea about this. Okay, so Wait a second. Okay, cool. So this is running. Thanks, Ryan. Let's see here. So we have this now. Now we want to go and we want to make a request queue. Actually, we need to update the reward to accept a parameter, right? So let's edit this and how do I add an input to this? Yeah, there we go. Please enter a Spotify song link. Sure, that's good enough for now. And then does this get a payload with it? If we restart the server, I wonder if I could run this in watch mode. It's bun watch command. Bun run -- watch. For stuff that is automated, you should set it to not enter the request queue. I don't know what that means, Ryan. Redeemed reward title. Okay, so let's change this to requested, and let's see what this has on it. Request dot. Do we think it's the message? Reward prompt. That's probably the description, right, though? I guess we could just JSON stringify it. Oh, I didn't know that. I guess this would probably be message, right? So let's, doesn't seem like bun watch does what we thought. If I request a song, let me just say foobar. Okay, so that didn't log that time. I wonder if that changed the request ID. So right now at E9E. Just refresh this. Let's clear that. And then we go here. We get, where's that GraphQL request? E9E. That looks like it didn't change. So why didn't I see this come through? Okay, there it is. Oh, it did come through. Requested foobar. Great. Okay, that is that. Perfect. So now we want to make our queue. So let's come in here and we're going to say song queue. See if I can spell queue right. And we'll come in here, and this is where the fun stuff finally starts. Let's go to effect.website, and we're going to go over here, and we're going to go to concurrency, and we're going to go to queue. Foobar, your favorite song? I know. So creating a queue. We're going to make a new layer. So let's say, let's just make a type song queue. This will be I. And for now, let's just say this is going to be a read-only. Boom, boom. Come in there, do that. And we'll just say this is going to be a tag. In fact, we can just do interface I song queue. And we'll just do this is a read-only unique symbol. And then we'll come down here and we'll say class, we're gonna export this, export class song queue, extends context dot tag song queue, and then it's boom boom, boom boom, boom boom. All three symbols. And in here we'd say this will be song queue and this is I song queue. Need to import that. Done. Come in here, we make a new layer, static live equals layer dot effect this effect dot gen function and we'll just return you for now. Symbol. Can I do that? I don't even think I can. Can I instantiate this thing? I don't think I can. Let's just say foo. Foo. Right, okay, sure. There we go. Okay, there we go. We have that foundations here. So we, yeah, we'll make a bounded queue. I think that's all right. So we'll say queue. Actually, let's just make an unbounded queue. I don't even care. Let's get a little crazy, shall we? Q. Actually, it's pronounced Q. Quay. Should I just... We're making a new quay. Here's our unbounded quay. And it's going to have a... I'll just say it's a string for now. A quay of string. A quayu of string. Probably got to yield that bad boy. There's our quayu of string. And then we want to enqueue, probably. Adding items to the queue. We can offer the quayu. So we'll say enqueue. Why is this so hard to spell? Is that right? Yeah. And Quayu. Someone throw this silly goose back in the pond. No, you badger. And Quayu. And we'll do Enqueu is a function that will take this will take a Spotify link, Spotify song URI, which we'll say a string. We'll validate this at some point. I still need to open that issue for adding an effect URI type. Enqueue Spotify song URI, and this is going to be an effect dot effect, and we'll just say void error for now, and we'll do that. And down here, get rid of you. This is going to have Spotify, probably autocomplete on this. Yeah, no, song URI Spotify song URI doing that. That should be a string, and I guess we just say yield star Quayu dot offer our Quayu, and then we pass it the Spotify song URI, which this needs to return effect dot gen bump that guy up in there. And what does this actually return? What the hell just happened? Keyboard. What are you? You're a Boolean. Okay, that seems fine. How do you want to build this? I ordered that spot cleaner. Bastard. Also, thanks. Funny that out of those three, only one of them is that is employed. Let's go. Hi, Bodhi. Yes, you have 8 minutes, and then we can... It'll be time in 8 minutes. I know. I know why you're coming and giving attention. So how do we want to build this? It'd be cool... what all does the queue have on it? You're watching the #1 employed Twitch streamer on Twitch. Bye, Ryan. We won't actually use this. This queue is just a mechanism for going to Spotify. Okay, yeah. So we need to, in here, do we have a Spotify client yet? I can't remember if we made that. We have Spotify. That's not right. All right, let's, we gotta build our Spotify service now. But I guess let's wire up the queue first, right? And let's see if we can just, I don't know. Let's see what we have on this thing. Q dot poll returns the first value in the queue as some or none if the queue is empty. Self takes, does this take a duration anywhere? Let's see here. What can we do on this thing? Sliding, take all, capacity. We can run an effect that polls, right? Does the queue have a polling mechanism built in? Let's see here. We have back pressure sliding, make bounded, dropping, sliding, unbounded capacity is full, await shutdown, offer. We should do that. All right, let's see if this has anything. Shutting down a queue. Yield queue will interrupt the fiber. We'll terminate. Okay. I don't care about that. Consuming items from the queue. All right, we want to do some scheduling here. So let's go to scheduling and introduction, built-in schedules, schedule combinators. Let's go here. Let's go to repetition and we'll say effect.repeat program. Okay. So we can come in here. Let's close that and then there's no like start on the queue, right? It's just like as soon as it happens. So let's come in here and we'll say yield star. Let's say this will end up being our queue here. So let's comment that. This will be const queue equals this, and that will be yield effect dot acquire release. And we'll do effect dot succeed, and this will be q dot unbounded string, and then we need a second function which will have our queue, and we'll come in here and we just can for now say return effect dot void, remove, okay, delete to that. Oh, it's a function. Yeah. And then we'll say, return effect dot gen star. Well, I bet returning q dot await shutdown, that probably returns an effect. Nice. Pass our queue in there, delete that, come in here, return that. Look at that. Now we have a managed queue. And we can come in here and we can make another effect. We can say yield star. Actually, I don't even know if we need yield. We probably need yield star. effect dot repetition. And we'll come in here, and this is going to be repeat. And we'll have an action, which returns an effect. And the action will just be like return effect.gen function star that. In here, we'll say yield star const song URI equals yield star. This is an option. Yield star queue dot take. Really, we should take all, but we're just going to take one at a time right now. That will get our queue. Let's just return effect.void for now. Probably needs a schedule on there. What if I want to repeat indefinitely? Built-in schedules. Is there like a forever? Haha, there is a forever. Where is that? Schedule dot forever. Effect.forever effect. Oh. Will that prevent it? No, that won't prevent it from cleaning up, right? Because it'll interrupt. Yield forever, and then this will be our effect. I can copy this guy. Come in there, paste that, get rid of this. Does this close up? You'll need to fork anyways. Will I fork this effect here, right here? So it'd be like effect dot fork that takes an effect like that. You may want to do fork.scoped so that it kills it when the scope is closed. Ah, clever. You guys have thought of everything. And let's just say processed shouldn't it close here? Oh. I really need to write a snippet for this. Oh, shutdown already awaits? Oh. So I can just return that. Yeah, okay. That makes life so much easier. Queue.shutdown queue. Nice. That's pretty fancy. I gotta go feed the dogs in a second, chat. don't know if you guys can hear that alarm going off, but I could not. Hey Siri, stop. Okay, so we have this Quayu. What is this right now? Do we need to provide anything to this? It requires a scope. Right. Scoped. Do we have any more requirements to fulfill? Nope. Awesome. This is going to be an option though, right? What happens when the Quayu takes and there's nothing there? Does it wait? Consuming... if the queue is empty, it will suspend... Ah. Nice. Okay. Cool. That's super sick. You just triggered my Apple HomePod. Hey Siri, order 100 packs of animal crackers from Amazon. I'll be right back, chat. I'm gonna go feed the dogs quick. Trash, I actually haven't played with it yet because I've been so damn busy with work. Yesterday was a very, very busy day for me. So I have to whip out a little proof of concept using Effect for work today. And then I'm gonna find some time to play with it. Yeah, I'll be right back. I gotta go feed the dogs. Thank you for the raid. If any of my mods are in here, could somebody please shout them out? I guess I can do it real quick. What up, raiders? I will be right back. We're doing some like asynchronous concurrency JavaScript stuff with Effect, which is super cool. Thanks, Meta. All right, I'll be right back. I really gotta feed the dogs. All right, we're back. All right, let's see if we can actually run this queue now. So let's go to our main. Let's go in here and what is this? That's old stuff. Let's come in here and we're going to yield our queue. In fact, we don't even need to like, we gotta go to Twitch service. This is gonna require the queue. So in here, we'll say const yield, const song queue, song Quayu, and we'll yield star, and this will be song Quayu. And then we need to provide this in the Twitch client live, and we'll say songqueyu.live. Nice. And when we get in here, we'll we need to run an effect. So let's just say effect dot gen star function and we'll say yield star songqueyu dot enqueue redemption dot message, and that doesn't run, so we almost need to fork this. Does effect.fork run things? Default runtime. No, you'll need a effect.run promise there. Okay. Pipe effect.run promise. And we can say await. That can throw. So let's say exit. And we'll just ignore that for now and hope that it works. I guess I don't need that, do I? I can just do songqueue.enqueue redemption.message.pipe effect.run promise exit. Nice. Okay, so we did not see that enqueue. So let's go back to our queue, our queyu, as they say. And who they are, I don't know. I wonder if we're shutting down. They do say, Patrick. I've heard them say it. Well, we would see that, right? So in the parlance of our times, a queyu of strings. So I guess we're gonna, I wonder if this thing is like shutting down immediately. Shutting down the queyu. Yeah, okay, so it's immediately shutting down. How do I keep this from immediately the scope exiting? Because I think we could, like, let's just try the simple case without a scope right now, right? So be const queu. The scope lives as long as the effect you provide to the layer. How do I keep this running then? It seems like this might be exiting. Provide effect. I'm just doing layer.scoped. If the effect ends, layer closes the scope. I'm trying to think about how this would work then. So it would be this layer, right, then? Because we have it in this Twitch client's live. There's our song queue. And this should live effectively. You at the end provide the layer to an effect. That effect defines the lifetime. So I basically want this effect. Well, no. Hold on, now I'm confused. I want the queue to live as long as this effect, basically. Right? Once this effect ends, I want the queue to shut down. So here's the live layer. I get the song queue. And like this effect hasn't shut down yet, right? Oh, maybe I have to do return yield star effect.never. I bet that's probably the problem. Hey, I figured it out. Mike didn't even have to tell me today, chat. I remembered. That process song request. This feels so much like Elixir and Gleam. I love it. And like it feels like LWT from OCaml too. It's so good. Okay, so is there a way to make Control C run the finalizers? Do I have to do like run promise exit? Will that run finalizers? Okay, well, regardless, we now have our queu run main. I guess that has to come from the runtime. right there. Bun time. Let's do this. And we'll come down here and we'll say const bun time. Runtime is bun runtime dot run main. Just to be sure. Sun's out, buns out, baby. Now we can do bun time. Oh, no, not buntime.runtime. Guys, it can't be buntime runtime. It's got to be buntime fun time. There we go. Buntime fun time, baby. Shutting down queue. Let's go. No need to bind it? Okay, cool. I'm just gonna like move this stuff into that other file because this is just noise. Just drop this down here for later. We're gonna need to come back to that. That'll be a little npm script we run. Bun time, fun time. Okay, cool. That worked, and we successfully ran our finalizers, which is awesome. So now we need to go make our Spotify service. Spotify API. Okay. So let's come in here. We don't need the, we are going to need that damn access token. No, we're getting that from the environment. Yeah. We might need to make new tokens though. Am I done my coffee? Right. Delete that. And you can delete to there. Is that a type, a class? Okay. So let's just comment that, and we're going to come down here, center that, and we're going to say export class, and this will be bun Spotify API extends context dot tag Spotify API, all three brackets. This will be Spotify API. Call this client. And this will be client. And this will be Spotify API. And then did I do this backwards? Yep. Okay. And here we're going to say static live equals layer dot effect this effect dot gen function star and in here let's bring those in. We'll say how do we make a new Spotify? We want, this is actually gonna be scoped. And here, rather than that, this is gonna be effect.map. And this will be Spotify config service. And then we'll get our config. We'll say effect.gen and let's just return this as Spotify API for now. Where did I miss a comma? I guess I could do it differently. I just kind of like getting the config that way. But I guess I can do effect.gen function star that const config equals yield star. Yeah, especially because I'm going to be doing that anyways, right? I'm going to be making a generator or a, I don't even know what you call one of these functions. As a Spotify API. And what does this have on it? Client ID, client secret. We should split that out at some point, but that's fine for now. We do need to go to this. And this is going to need... Oh, Mike, you'll learn that I am notorious for typos. I can't write code or tweets without at least without one typo. It's just literally impossible. So we're gonna really have to change this up. How do I want to do this? Because I don't think I have a good token right now. I have to blur my screen quick, chat. Do we think that token's good? Probably not. That's probably expired. Thank you, Alcaeus. Mr. Bodie. Were you trying to be sneaky? Can anyone see the guilt on this dog's face right now? What were you trying to do? Were you being sneaky? Were you thinking about it? I don't know if you guys can see his tail twitching. What were you doing? Huh? Were you going to eat your brother's food? You absolute mad lad. No need to yield secret.value. Ah, cool. Yeah, so we'll do config dot access token, and then we need to do JSON dot parse. This is really bad, and we'll fix this later with like schema or something, but we're just gonna rock with it right now. Oh, we don't even need this, right? Because we can just get config.client ID. There we go. Any advice on getting my first junior front-end job? I find it really hard getting my first job. Yeah, so I guess, Swag, what is your background and experience right now? What kind of job are you looking for? Pray to whatever God you got. Yeah, what is your background and experience, and what kind of job are you looking for? Kind of more, well, you said front-end job. Do you have a CS degree? Are you self-taught? Are you coming from a boot camp? Do you have any like open source projects or a portfolio? I can give a better answer with those questions. So let's we're gonna come into our main function now, and we're gonna just comment this out for now, and we're gonna do a new effect.gen function star boom 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 in here, not get. I don't have any portfolio and haven't done anything outside my school projects. Are you a university student? Yield star. We'll get the Spotify API client. Thank you for the follow. I missed a bunch of follows earlier. Ian and Amix and DM, Mav and Adato. Thank you all for the follows. I super appreciate all y'all hanging out. Let's pipe this, and we're gonna do layer dot provide Spotify config service dot live. Okay, over here, let's import this, and we'll say const Spotify client. It's called vocational education, and it's web development with focus in front. So right now is an exceptionally hard time for junior and mid-level devs to get jobs. So just know upfront that historically the job market has not been this hard. And the reason for that is mostly tied to interest rates. Money is expensive right now. So funding is not flowing into companies like it was from like 2015 to like 2022. That being said, my best advice to you would just build. Just build and build out your GitHub and build things that are more significant than just like tutorials you find online. Like actually find a project that excites you and that you think is cool, even if you don't know how to build it, and just buckle down and struggle and build it. And just keep doing that. And one piece of advice I have, for applying for jobs regardless of your job level is rather than just yeeting your resume into the void and like being beholden to automated screening, is try to find recruiters for the companies you're interested on, like LinkedIn or Twitter or something, and try to connect with them and talk to them directly and get your resume directly to them. So like your resume is not just getting screened by some AI or automated service. That's like kind of the best advice I can give is build. And oh, you're in Denmark. Either way, I think that advice still applies regardless of where you're at in the world. But I imagine, well, I know globally the job market is pretty similar for mid-level and junior devs. Let's go ahead and do pipe, and we'll do layer dot provide. I've had a few recruiters complain when I've done that. I mean, I'd rather have a recruiter complain than like take my chance with an automated service, I guess. Like I feel like the ball's more in my court if I do that. And like I feel like I can, if you craft a good enough message, you can probably increase your odds, right? Seems to be effect. All right, let's see if this works. I suspect we're going to get an error here because the client is going to be my token's going to be expired probably. Unexpected identifier scope. Okay, that's not what I actually would have expected. What does the access token have on it? Oh, it doesn't have scopes. 1 second. Okay. Set file type, JSON, format that. Delete that. Quit there. Come back over here. What does this have on it? Access token, token type, expires in, refresh token, and scope. Okay, so we can delete scope. Okay, let's try that. All right, blur. Yeah, like if a junior reached out to me, like if I was a hiring manager and a junior reached out to me, like I would, and they obviously put some thought into the message. At the very least, I would offer them advice. And if they were potentially a good candidate for an open rec or role, I would forward on their resume. Like I would have, and like, you know, not everyone feels the same way as I do or as Fub does, but you know, there are good people out there. And some, I assume, are good people. Which projects should I make? See, I can't, that's the thing, Viz, is I can't tell you what to make. And even if I did tell you what to make, it's not going to be as impactful and effective for you learning as you building something you think is interesting and cool. Because if you find something that you want to build that you think that's interesting and cool, you're much more likely to stick with it and do it and struggle through it to learn it. So that's my advice. Unexpected identifier refresh token. I don't think that's true. Is it? Spotify service. Shouldn't the access token have a refresh token on it? Is that not actually valid JSON that I'm parsing? That must have been why I dumped that in a JSON file. That makes sense. 1 second, chat. This is annoying. I don't know how I'm going to solve this problem. I'm going to have to think about this today. Access token.json. Let's even just put this. Do not open on stream. I need to git ignore that directory too. This seems like it's valid JSON though. Just say const export default, and we'll actually rename this to JS, or we can make that TS. And we'll just do a as const. No, we don't want it as constant. That would be bad. All right, so let's right quit out of here, and we can go back in here. And in our Spotify service then, we can, well, this would be in our config service. Let's import access token from / do not open on stream / access token. And now, rather than this being a secret, we'll make this an access token from there. As access token type. All right. So now we can go back to our service, and we should have a type error because this isn't a secret anymore. And we can do config dot access token. Okay. That looks like it worked. That's a good sign. That's a very good sign. I wonder if that validates my token under the covers. We can go to index, right? And in here we can probably do, I think I might have this in the, where did we put that redirect thing? Redirect service. Do we do anything here to validate? I don't know what the, so we just have one scope on this thing. It's probably user read private. Do I have Twitch glitch, this window, Spotify? I don't have anything on here yet. Okay. So let's just try making a request and see what happens. Effect.try promise. We'll do, this is going to be an async. And we'll yield on that. And in here we'll say await Spotify client dot user current user dot profile. And we'll say const profile equals that, and this should be a user profile, and then we can log that, console.log profile. Okay, let's see what happens here. I suspect the token's going to be bad or expired token. Okay, so the good news, chat, is we have a way to do this. Can you show how this whole project is organized? Like how to group the files together, where to put access tokens? It's not in a great state to demo that right now. If you come back tomorrow, Cody, and remind me, I can walk through that when we're kind of in a more complete state for this. It just wouldn't make a ton of sense right now because I'm not as, I'm very much in the middle of a refactor. So it won't be as useful. In fact, we can just make this a program, right? So let's say this is going to be our main live here, and then we can go here. And yeah, so fun time. We can do that. And we'll bring in browser. We'll bring in console. I don't even think we need to run forever, but we'll let it run forever now. So now we have this nice little effect program over here that we can just import, and we can be like, we can comment this out, right? And we can say program. Yeah, nice. And we can say effect. We can do bun time dot fun time, and then this. I think I am so funny. But this is actually really cool for like setting up like little scripts and like programs that are encapsulated on their own. Like this is so useful, right? So when I run this, I'm gonna have to blur because it's gonna log a sensitive token. But actually, rather than doing this, I can be like, we made it. Should be able to do that, and it shouldn't be sensitive. YOLO. If I leak the token, whatever, we can roll it. All right, chat, check this out. When I run this, it's going to, a bunch of you are probably here already when we built this the other day. No one won the keyboard yet. The service is just a little bit broken. Oops, that's not what we want. I want to come over here. So the way this works for everyone that wasn't here, I will walk through this because I actually think this is really cool. So this program here spins up this redirect server. This redirect server creates this mailbox and then spins up a little HTTP server. And this HTTP server sits and it waits for a callback from Spotify, the OAuth flow. So when you do an OAuth flow, like you go to Spotify's website with particular query params, and then when you click authorize, it will redirect to your callback URL, which is localhost in our case. And when it redirects to localhost, it hits the router in this redirect server, and the redirect server takes the token that was given, like the Spotify will attach a token to the callback or the redirect URL. So we pull that off and then we put that value in the mailbox. And in our main process, we get our mailbox, right? And we sit and we wait to get a value for the mailbox. So our main process will just sit and wait for Spotify to hit our little temporary HTTP server until it puts a value in the mailbox. It's pretty cool, in my humble opinion. Okay, so let's, oh, this actually isn't getting the access token. So this shouldn't even be sensitive, actually. The code's not sensitive. What up, DevDad? Thank you for the resubscription. Y'all, if you're not following DevDad, you should be. He's an all-star. I haven't been up early enough to catch his streams recently, but he's one of my favorite streamers. Give him a follow. DevDad, I think you'll really like Effect. I should come on your stream at some point if you're still around and show your viewers Effect because I think it's the bee's knees, as they say. All right, so check this out, chat. When we say bun run source index, we're gonna pop that up. See, we said browser.open. We built out this thing. We have a little HTTP server running in the background. When we click agree, it's gonna redirect, and then the HTTP server puts it in the mailbox. Our main process pulls that from the mailbox, logs it out, and now here's our code that we can go get an access token with. Tell me that's not super cool. So here, I'm just gonna open up my REST client and we're gonna get a, we'll come in here. I can delete this because that's not gonna be relevant anymore. Let's go to Spotify. And concepts, access token. Let's say new HTTP request, and this will be Here we go. This will be request access token. This is a post request, and this will be this end route here. By the way, design pill, I'm gonna copy and paste this to look at later before I end up getting ADHD down a rabbit hole. Yeah, DevDad, do you want to do something like, well, next week I won't be streaming because I'm in Vancouver for a work trip. I don't know, do you want to do something this week? I can't do Friday, but I can do, well, I guess tomorrow would be the only option then. I'd be down to come on stream tomorrow if you want to have like a little hour chat on Effect for your viewers. Otherwise, we can kick 2 weeks down the road. Where's the token? Throw that there. Thank you for all the follows, Tatsu and Jacko and Risiko. Appreciate all of y'all. This is going to need a form encoded. And this will have code, and we'll paste in, well, I guess we don't have that yet. This will be code, and then we need redirect URI, and we'll have to go grab that. And then the grant type will be authorization code. Boom. Let's do it when you're back. Okay, cool. Yeah, so I'll be out all next week in Vancouver for a work trip, but the following week I am totally down. That would be a ton of fun. All right, chat, I'm gonna have to blur the screen again for a second. Can I delete this? Okay. And then I should be able to come over here to my dashboard, Twitch integrations and settings. And that's my client ID. Paste that in, and then this is client secret. Hell yeah. Dude, I have so much fun streaming with you too. So headers will be, that looks good. Let's hide that. And we can unblur. And then we need to do, let's see here. Where were the Spotify docs? Let's go back. We make a request to this, and we need basic. So if we go in here, auth, basic auth. Oh, we need to base 64 encode that? Can I base? Does this have functions in it? No, it doesn't. Dude, that's annoying. All right, I'm going to have to blur my screen again. Yeah, we're going to build this into our redirect server at some point, so I don't have to go through a REST client, but that would take longer to do right now than I want to take. So I'm just going to jump into a little bun script and do this. You grab this token, jump over here. We're probably going to go a little bit longer on stream today. Let me check my calendar quick. In Slack. Dan and Kylie, that looks good. Nothing in our stuff. Oh, JK, I have a meeting right now. I gotta run to. Sorry, chat. I gotta go, like right now. Damn, why did my calendar not sync? We're just gonna raid Teach. See you guys.